If you want to be more efficient and effective while running your business with more inner peace, then working on the core of your issues instead of putting on a band-aid is vital. Welcome to the Business Brain Podcast.
I'm your host, Esty Rapport, and here to help you improve your 28 cognitive functions, the 28 things that make up thinking. In each episode, we'll discuss a real-life challenge, why you might be struggling with it, and give you practical strategies so all areas of your life will improve.
During an Optimize Your Brain session, Simon shared with me how he lost out on buying a specific home because it took too long to make a decision. Digging a little deeper showed me this wasn't the first time Simon lost out on an opportunity because of his weak decision making. So I shared with him my favorite decision making framework and gave him exercises to do so that way within a short period of time, making quick, good decisions happened easily. If you're experiencing something similar, I'm here to tell you, you do not have to struggle forever. In episode 451 of the Business Brain Podcast, I'm going to share with you the exact steps of what you can do to have your own transformation. But first, screenshot this episode and share on Instagram stories. Don't forget to tag me at Life Peaks University so I can thank you personally. When you are doing any task, you, without even realizing it, are using your 28 thinking skills. When the thinking skills you need to use are strong, doing the task happens easily. If the thinking skill you need to use is weak, doing the task is a challenge. The struggle that Simon had came from a weak thinking skill of comparisons. Most entrepreneurs think they are really good at comparisons. I mean, tell me what's similar, what's different is something you've heard since the age of 3. Yet, when it comes to making decisions, they are often unclear about what to choose because they are not using the thinking skill of comparisons. There are 2 steps to making good decisions quickly, and both steps require you to be good at comparisons. And so if your thinking skills of comparisons is weak, you are going to get stuck. Step number 1, get clear on what factors are most important to you. This is comparison because you're comparing the factors to your situation. And in every situation, different factors matter differently. And step number 2, you're comparing your options on the same level so you can see which option fits your most important factors best. For example, in step 1, Simon needs to get clear on what factors are most important: price, location, size of the yard, square footage, etc. And then in step 2, Simon needs to compare each house on the same level. So he might say the brown house cost X while the white house costs Y. And then the brown house is located in A while the white house is located in B. Comparing each one on the same parameter. Not saying, hey, I like the brown house better because of the price and I like the white house better because of the location. See what I'm saying? You can use this 2-step framework every time you need to make a decision and you'll know exactly what to do. Step 1, what factors are most important here and put them in priority order. Step 2, compare your options on the same level to figure out what fits your factors. Now, obviously, I'm saying it really simply, and a lot of these things are conditional, but the more you do it, the easier it will get for you. Now, to help Simon get even better at making decisions, I didn't just give him this framework because sure, that will help him with making decisions, but decisions will still be a challenge because the comparing and following those steps will still be a challenge. Will it be easier than without this framework? Of course, but by solving the root cause, the comparison part here, then making decisions happens just like that, like breezily and easily, and they're good decisions that help you move you forward. So I gave him a bunch of exercises simply for the sake to improve his comparison. Here are some that you can try for yourself. Number 1, for the next week, whenever you talk about your options, talk about them on the same level. For example, Mexican food is spicier and Greek food is savourier. I'm in the mood of spicy, so I choose Mexican. Do you see what's happening here? Anytime you're talking about options, something as simple as what to pick for dinner, talk about them on the same level, simply to improve this comparison. Another thing that you can do is pick up random items around your house and compare them on the same level. Talk about size, texture, use, phone, company. for each of those items. Another thing that you can try is next time you're on Amazon or in a grocery store and you're deciding between two options, take an extra moment to compare your options on the same level. Don't just say, oh, I'll just take this one because it's cheaper, or I'll take that one because of this feature. Actually say A has this feature while B has this feature. A is this price, B is that price. Comparing them on the same levels will help you with this thinking skill of comparisons and will ultimately help you with making better decisions. The more you do this, the more will happen automatically and you won't have to think about it anymore. Making decisions comes from the thinking skill of comparison. The more you improve your thinking skill of comparisons, the easier the decision will be. Your challenge this week is to use the two-step framework to help you make decisions. Step 1, by figuring out what factor is most important to you. Step 2, compare your options on the same levels. Figure out which options fit your situation. And bonus, if you actually want to solve the root cause and improve your thinking skill, random items around your house and comparing them. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I will catch you on the next episode. Bye for now.
That's all for this episode of the Business Brain Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please share it with 2 of your business friends so they too can gain from it, and you'll be helping us reach our goal of 1 million downloads by the end of 2025. Cheers to peak brain performance.